Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Siki. Today we're gonna go over the 5 do's and don'ts of weight loss. These are things that people do that seem like a good idea, but in reality, they're horrible. Don't do them, okay? Number 1, numero uno. Don't go from 0 to 100. What I mean by that is, let's say you're sedentary, okay? Let's say you work at the office. I don't know, like you work at an office, right? And you sit all day on typing on your computer. Okay, that's your job. You're like, oh, I'm typing my job, I'm getting paid, right? Then you decide, oh, I want to lose weight. I'm gonna start running, and I'm gonna start running 6 miles in the morning and then lifting weights in the evening when I get off work. No, okay? Let's say you eat whatever you want. You're like, you know what? I don't care. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. If I want a burger, I'm going to Five Guys. If I want Italian, I'm gonna go to the Italian restaurant. But you know, you eat whatever you want. You don't care. And you're like, oh wait, I want to lose weight. I'm gonna cut out all my carbs. I'm not gonna eat any carbs anymore. No. No, the thing about going 0 to 100 is it's not sustainable. You don't want to go 0 to 100, but you certainly want to start taking small, sustainable baby steps, okay? Don't go 0 to 100. Do take small, sustainable baby steps. I am telling you, I swear by this. When I first started my weight loss journey, I started doing Insanity, and I cut out like every carb in my diet, and that only lasted for about 2 weeks. Because the thing about 0 to 100 is that you're either one, gonna burn out, right? You're gonna burn out because you're gonna be exhausted, or 2, you're gonna get an injury from overtraining and under eating, okay? Hopefully you just burn out. Hopefully you just get to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm exhausted and I don't care, because you don't wanna get an injury. Injuries are never fun. What healthy and sustainable baby steps look like, I have my notebook here, that's what I'm looking. So what that means is, let's say you're a sedentary person, right? That means you wanna say, you know what, I'm gonna commit to taking a 10-minute walk 4 times this week. I'm gonna commit to taking a 10-minute walk 5 times this week. And I know it may not sound like much, but that's all you need if you're just getting started. If you're someone who eats whatever they want, like if you're someone like you're driving by Five Guys and you're like, oh, I want some fries, and you just pull in that thing and get fries, then a sustainable change for you, a baby step for you is saying, you know what, bro? No. A baby step for you is going to the grocery store, buying food and cooking it at home. You don't have to necessarily start off counting macros, counting calories, and like going super hard when you're just getting started. Number 2, this is a big one. This is a super big one. Do not compare yourself to other people. This, oh my goodness, this is the worst thing you can do when you're losing weight. You go on Instagram and you're like, well, when she was 4 weeks into her weight loss journey, she had lost 47.5 pounds, and I've only lost 1.4 pounds. It's horrible. Seriously, it's horrible, because what you're doing, like when you compare yourself to other people, you're playing yourself. Okay, do you want to be inspired by someone's weight loss? Absolutely. Do you want to be inspired by someone's strength? Absolutely. But you cannot compare your body to their standard. You don't know what they're starting with. What you want to do instead of that is you want to focus on you. And when I say focus on you, I don't just mean like loosely, like say, oh, I'm focusing on me now. No, I want you to actually have a vision in your head. I want you to start paying more attention to what's going on in your cerebral space. I think that a lot of times people start off, they'll start off a goal in one place mentally, and the reason why they don't see the progress that they want to see is because they start to focus on the wrong things. So that means if you say, hey, I want to lose some weight, I want to get healthy, you need to start being more conscious of what's going on in your brain. You need to start asking yourself the hard-hitting questions. How are you looking at food? You know, as you're going through this journey, how are you looking at food? How are you looking at social times? How are you looking at family times? I remember when I was losing weight, I started to seriously dread being social with my friends because I was just like, I don't want to see them because they eat too much. Seriously. And I remember my friends calling me up like, hey girl, like we're all at so-and-so's house. And I'd be like, wow, I'm not coming because y'all eat too much. I'll catch you later. Take inventory of how you are thinking, of how you're talking to yourself, of the way that you are viewing the things that are ultimately supposed to be healthy, nourishing practice. Number 3, and this is the big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Don't you dare buy an appetite suppressant, a freaking detox tea, or a waist trainer. I feel like that's like the weight loss starter pack because of Instagram. Oh, let me get an appetite suppressant, a waist trainer, and a detox tea. Wrong. Appetite suppressants, waist trainers, and detox teas do not burn fat. Are actually band-aids. Here's the thing. If, let's say you're like, I have a crazy appetite and the reason I can't lose weight is because I eat so much food. What are you eating? Well, seriously, what are you eating? Because you're either eating food that isn't nourishing, it isn't satiating you at all, so there's no like real nutritional value, meaning you're mostly eating like, you know, highly processed foods, fast food, etc. Or you're binge eating, meaning you need to go see a therapist and to figure out why you're binge eating, to be honest. Like you need to get that looked at. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional. So like you need to like go talk to somebody who has a degree and they need to help you. There are people whose whole lives are dedicated to helping people with things like that. It isn't something that you should take lightly either, because your health is at stake. You don't need detox teas because you have a liver and you have kidneys. Your liver and kidneys detox for you. Okay, so there's absolutely no reason why you should be spending your hard-earned money on detox teas. All right, first of all, these detox teas are expensive as hell. I was like, some of these detox teas, y'all, are seriously so expensive, like crazy expensive. And that's just completely out of order. First of all, you're paying shipping and handling fees for tea that you put in water. And these waist trainers, I wear my waist trainer, right? That's not a diet, ma'am. That's not a diet, okay? I wear my waist trainer, that's not a workout, ma'am. When lacing up a waist trainer, that doesn't burn any fat. And some of these waist trainers, like, they're like sweatbands, and it's like, okay, maybe you're like less bloated, but ultimately, guess what? That was water weight. Or they're corsets, which is just shaping. And if you have real fat to lose, you need to put that energy into something else. Instead of focusing on wasting your money with an appetite suppressant, a detox tea, or a waist trainer, girl, invest that money in a therapist, okay? Hear me out. When you have hella weight to lose, you need someone to like kind of like usher you through that big change. I wish I had like the wisdom at 17 and 18 and I had gone to see a therapist. Don't, and this is a big one. I keep saying that after all of them, but this is a big one. Please don't lose weight for somebody else. Please don't lose weight for a dress. Please don't lose weight for an event. Please don't lose weight for things that are ultimately temporary, that aren't for you. Losing weight is very simple. It's literally as simple as being in a caloric deficit, but it is not an easy thing. So if you're saying, oh, I'm gonna lose weight for this person, girl, do lose weight for you. Like, if you know you're unhealthy, you don't feel confident, you feel weak, you feel tired, you ultimately are like going through life and you're like, bro, like life should be more than this, like, then yeah, it is time for you to start focusing on getting healthy. But if you don't have it in you, like if you just don't care right now, then you just don't care right now. It is what it is. Don't! And this is a big one. I keep saying that. They're all big ones. That's why I only did 5, okay? They're all big ones, so I did 5. Please don't obsess over your weight. don't obsess over your weight. Don't obsess over your weight. I feel like half the reason why people are still fat and people are still sitting here talking about, I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight, because they're so obsessed over their weight they can't lose any weight. Here's the thing about stressing out over your weight. It's a trap. This kind of ties into what I mentioned earlier about paying more attention to your cerebral space and like the thoughts that you're thinking towards yourself and the way that you are thinking about food and workouts. When you start constantly allowing yourself to just go in on yourself when it comes to your weight, it starts off in your brain, and then eventually everything you do is determined by that number on the scale, by that dress size, etc. So start being very, very, very careful, you know. Really focus on healthier practices. So you do need to be on the scale, and you do need to be doing cardio, changing your eating habits, but you need to document your progress and things like that in a way that you're almost being objective about like the things that you're doing. All right guys, thank you so much for joining me. That's all for today. Ultimately, I just really want to keep y'all from making the mistakes that I made when I first started. This is given with so much love, and please let me know if you like the video. Please let me know like if you need any advice, like in the comment section below, and if you have any requests for videos. And that's it. Smooches.